What's the deal, man?
Funk Flex, Cool DJ, Red Alert. Listen to me.
What's going on here?
Union Square was before Latin Quarter, right?
Yes. Yes.
Just that you clarify, that's the same owners of the Shadow now.
Right.
They owned it back then. And it was called, before it was Union Square, was the Underground.
The Underground, plain Underground.
And one of those nights was Sting International was in there. I don't remember what night, if it was the night before. You were in there Friday. I think Sting was in there Saturday.
Right, Yeah, Sting was in there with David Levy.
Yes.
Much later on.
So when I think of Union Square, let's just do what we do, New York.
And it sounds crispy.
You're right.
It sounds so crispy.
Listen to me, man.
It sounds so crispy.
I used to come to the club and listen to Cool DJ Red Alert, but he would never. It took him weeks before he would play this on the radio. I would listen every week.
Sometimes you had to hold certain things back as exclusive. You save certain things at certain places.
I used to listen every week from the toss this on the box, and it never came. It came after, but I was like, I don't know if I go to the club tonight, I'm going to hear it.
There's certain things you had to have remain at certain places at that time.
In New York City, this was Kid and Play's first record. I never heard of them. I'll be honest, man. Whoever would have touched down on this beat would have popped.
They did a couple records before that, just like a record that was on the same label as Fat Boy. They did a record called She's a Skeezer.
Oh, I didn't know that was them.
That was dumb.
Oh, God, I remember that record. Wow.
Yeah. But this is down the line right here.
This was a movement, New York. We in the Union Square right now. Hit me up at Twitter at Funkmaster Flex right now. Here
Hot
comes
97, everybody.
Here comes the last night part.
Last night.
Ah!
Last night changed it all. Last night. I really had it all. Last night.
I was on the phone, my girl was telling me she was all alone. So I asked her if she was down to go to Union Square.
What you say?
Union Square.
I can't hear you.
Union Square. Union Square.
Chunky, shout to anybody that had a Jetta, a Dodge Omni, the GTI, the Golf, the Alfa Romero.
Last night.
Hard, New York.
Last night.
Me, I had a skateboard.
I really had a ball. Last night.
I was on the phone, my girl was telling me she was all alone. So I asked her if she was down to go to Union Square, check out the show. She said okay, she'd never seen Red Spin. In order to go, she'd have to bring a friend. Thought if I put things up, getting paid would be a shoo-in. Wonder what Playboy's doing. Called up Play and asked if he'd do me a favor, help me get skeezed, he said.
Alright kid, I'ma do this for you, but make sure I get a piece too.
He gave me the sign,
I gave him the cue.
picked me up in his BMW.
Last night changed it all.
Yeah, it's all up my alley, Funk. This is all up my alley. This is straight Brooklyn right now. This is straight Brooklyn right now.
Yo, Red, I'm gonna keep it 100. What made you want to throw this on, man? Because I was always wanting to ask you, like, what made you throw this on, man?
You know my instinct. I go by belief. If I feel it, I'm on it. I don't care if you come from nowhere. If you got it, I'ma play it. And that one, I couldn't hold back. I had to.
New York City, I'm gonna tell you something.
I had to.
This is a record that's never going in the history book. It's never gonna be remembered. This is only. It's just not. It's not gonna be on anybody's playlist. You're never gonna find this on iTunes.
Nah.
This was just a record, and I'm gonna tell you why the record's so important. This meant Red was getting ready to get it crazy. That's why the record was so. I knew if I came in the club and this was dacking off, I was like, it's getting ready to get stupid.
And the reason that it was getting ready to get crazy, if you listen to the record, you hear they say, Bed-Stuy what? Bed-Stuy what? And you know Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, we was in that Union Square.
Oh my God.
Heavy.
Let me tell you something.
I had to play that joint, man. It was a joint that I needed to be played.
And I'm gonna tell you, this record was produced by Pumpkin, rest in peace.
That's right.
On the sneak tip, because he was still signed to Profile Records. I'm gonna tell you a story about this, yo. Pumpkin played this for me and Chuck in the car, and I was like, yo, what is that?
And Aaron had to go a little side, and had to pull my man Pumpkin and try and lean on him to go ahead and do this.
Only if you were at Union Square, man, you'd hit me up on Twitter at Funkmaster Flex. And I'ma DAC this right.
Best style what? Best style what? Best style gotta be that'll keep you in the book. It's like that talk. Best style what? Best. Best style what? Best style what? Best style what? Best style gotta be that style what? Best 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 style what? In the book. In the book.
This is straight Notion Avenue.
This is a raid.
Best style. Best style what? Best style what? Best style gotta be that in the book. Be that'll keep you in the book. In the book. In the book.
The Rambo dance. The Rambo.
Yes, sir.
That's what they was doing to this. The Rambo.
It's like that song.
Hot 97, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event. In this corner, all the sucker MCs. In this corner, the rated worldwide rapping champions of the world, the Money Master.
Red on the radio, this sounded so bananas to me.
I'm the real McCoy.
Crazy.
I'm a ladies man. Don't take me for a toy. When I come into your life, girl, I bring much joy. And when I'm at the table,
Ready to destroy.
yeah, guaranteed to be a winner. Ruler over mine, the ultimate defender. Ruler over mine from the outer to the inner. Ruler over foe, number one of our agenda. That's right, the wins, hip hop is my motto. If you respect, you get the message in
The bottle.
These raps out of style, make the crowd wild and I'm busting the beat.
Like it's the old Kid Corral.
My man 190, he grew up with my man Freddie B.
Yo, him scratching that word from the Fearless Force so gutter.
I like cooling on the air with all the guys. Fresh jets, heavy lines. Jury on my neck with my nylons on. Take a trip uptown.
See what's going on.
Life killer action, I'm here in person. I speak bilingual, now open up the curtain for your one of a kind. Do good to be true. Here's a Robin for a time. Come and say I'm you. Go make a best and another MC. Pray to start rapping like a cat. One day with all modesty aside, I'm not super bro. Just the fact that it's slack and the cup is so.
Hard. Listen to the word. Word. Word.
Hot 97, everybody.
The mighty Master from the heart of best style. You know we always do and never die. The radio rap ruler, that's me as B, and you're the fist will be eluded by my MG. But I'm the leader, EVLWE, architect, daddy Rick, microphone for retreat. That got the number rapping. Call me Mr. Rich. You can't dispute me, so salute me. That's what time it is. The DJ, love my track, head, move like your ass.
in Uptown, okay? Strictly Uptown, 155th Street, right off of 8th Avenue, okay? You go Uptown 8th Avenue, which is now called Frederick Douglass Boulevard. You make a right. You make a right on 155th Street. Across the street from the block is the park. It's known as Rucker Park, all right? On the other side, you got the Polo Grounds. But you go make that right on 155th Street, coming from downtown up. You go further down, you're going to see this place called the Rooftop. The Rooftop was a skating ring. The skating ring had upstairs a studio and other different activities going on at the time. In there was my man, young guy. He wasn't known yet. He was known as a big producer later on in life. I'm talking about Teddy Riley. Teddy Riley is a person that was recording a lot of things in that studio above the skating ring called the Rooftop. He recorded stuff as The Show, Mr. Big Stuff, Going to See the Doctor, and definitely this record right here that is a classic for Uptown.
Now, let's talk about the host of the Rooftop. Who's the host at the Rooftop in them times?
You had various people like the Poppin' Doughboy.
Right.
Hollywood. The Poppin' Doughboy. With the world famous.
Yes, the world famous.
World famous Brucey B.
Exactly.
He the one that took, between him and Star Child, they the one that took that level of what y'all heard as mixtapes. Between them two, they the ones that really go ahead and put them tapes together from a jam and take it to the next level and made other people become who they are today, all right? Let's go back right now.
Uncle Red.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about Cool G. Talk about Cool G real quick.
Miss Cool G. There's a couple Cool G's.
Cool G that used to be in the Rooftop. Cool G.
Oh, Cool G. Oh, that bum? That bum?
Your rhymes are miscellaneous, also incompleted. Your rhymes are miscellaneous, also incompleted. Your rhymes are miscellaneous, also incomplete. Your rhymes are miscellaneous.
I know the other side.
Your rhymes are miscellaneous, also incompleted. The way I'm acting towards you is the form of conceited. Your rhymes are miscellaneous, also incompleted. The way I'm acting towards you is the form of conceited. All the skills that I progress, cause straight from the mind come.
Going back to Brooklyn, see?
Technology rhyme, it is a force from a.
You going back to Brooklyn?
Back to Brooklyn.
I'm MCLA Bruce.
All right, I'm gonna see where you taking it.
With the new type of style of rap, you don't believe it. Dynamic Jack, you will try it any way until you get disrespected, break my laws and pay. You will have tears in your eyes, start to pop inside to the master.
I'ma throw it in like they used to throw it in back then.
Sucker from the east side, I'm from Uptown, BD, better known as the boogie down. So why don't you just chill, enjoy the sensation, the new style of rap is from the new generation raps.
Man. Oh, man.
I'm gonna talk about this record right here.
Do your thing, Uncle Red.
Here it is. When the first 12 inch came out, on one side was called On Fire.
Yes.
Of course, you know, the record companies, they always try to lean on you about, yo, we want you to play this. I say, no, I'm a person that go to the B side.
Faye was on there too. Faye, the song Faye was on there too.
Faye was on there also. Right.
Faye.
My bad. Thank you, see?
Right.
And you know, I say, no,
It was a prick.
it was Biscuit.
It was a prick.
It was Biscuit. And then I say, well, let me listen to the flip side. I say, no, I'm going on the B side.
I'm gonna take you even further, Red.
What's that?
Remember, there was that regular album version that was okay.
Yes.
When they came with that 12-inch sounding crazy loud.
Yeah. They pulled them decibels up real crazy.
And then the other crazy thing is, this record is called Ghost Stetzer 1. There was never a Ghost Stetzer 2, 3, and 4.
Now, so that everybody understand, Fruquan, who was in that group,
right, Stetzer Sonic,
was also in the group with RZA.
Right.
Yes.
The Gravediggers.
Exactly.
Later on.
Right, in the 90s.
Prince Paul, even though he produced De La Soul, he was in this group, Ghost Stetzer. Daddy O, who people knew later on, was also in this group.
That's right.
Yes.
So, this was an important record that if people from Brooklyn, you stood out of their way, you let this song go.
Yes. The first ever hip-hop band, too.
Yes.
First ever hip-hop band.
And you held on to your jewelry, your dookie chain, you held on to it, or you tucked it in. If you tucked your dookie chain inside your shirt when you were in the Latin Quarter, that meant you wanted no problems.
Let's do it! We taking it back, baby. You remember these tunes? You call us up 800-223-9797. Funkmaster Flex, Mr. C, and Uncle Red Alert.
The bum right here with y'all, everybody.
Oh man, Merry Christmas to you and yours. Hot 97.
Happy holidays.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
For the awesome and rare, the real, the yourself for the awesome and rare, the real, the right yourself for the awesome and rare, the real, the right and dynamite is in the yourself for the awesome and rare, the real, the right and dynamite is in the atmosphere. As there's a time and place for everything that's under the sun. This is the time and the place that we have some fun. Now take a sec to check the pedigree of the band that's spelled S-T-E-T. The rhyme-a-rator, delight, the R-O-D, and all the G's. My brother, DBC, Wild Fruit Paul, and my DJ Paul. We're putting competition back up against the back of the wall. Here's the band that I just mentioned. I'm new and invented.
We lay our sets of flux shot. Deaf, listen to the structure. Formulate your own, but please don't touch her. Good looking out, we thank you very much. Heed this style on the court will nut ya. Fight to the end, I bet we'll push ya up. And you rub it to a force that creeps. Slowly but surely enough will defeat you.
The happy feet dance.
Why?
The happy feet dance was rocking when this was out. I know my dances, New York. I know what coats were being worn. I know what cars were being driven. The red leather bomber was the coat of choice, man. Come on.
This record right here? Oh, man.
Red alert. Red, what about when you used to let the part, it's a demo, it's a demo. Right out the club.
Oh, man.
That was so brolic.
Oh, man.
So brolic, New York.
I'm not going front.
Yo.
That Marley era was so
Man.
sensational.
New York.
So sensational.
I used to look at people in the booth, and I was like, yo, do they know how hard they're tearing this place down, man? Yeah, I used to wonder, like, but do they know? Do they really know how hard they're tearing it down?
Oh, my God.
Yo, I know what I need. See, I need that ultramagnetic. I need that funky. I need that.
Oh, that's coming up. That's coming right up.
I know you have that.
That's coming right up. Coming right up.
I'm gonna get to that ultramagnetic, the happy feet dance, New York. What is he screaming in the background? What is he saying? People in the audience, Coochie Rap is my name. This almost put Eric B. and Rakim to sleep.
People in the audience, Coochie Rap is my name. I write rhymes and assert them inside your brain. And DJ below, the man up behind me operates the turntables when I'm rocking my rhymes. So give a demo.
To this day, this MC is an unsung hero.
Psychopath on the phonograph, none of the cuts. You heard the voice slice, is he nice or what? He's the main entertainer inside the show, and he goes by the name of DJ Polo. So give a demo. Better than a sticker when it comes to a snack. I can solo with Polo when I'm in combat. I'm the MC humanoid, and I just get annoyed. Boy, you be destroyed, cause you got me like a Polaroid. Come on like a meteor inside.
Watch me, Red. I'm gonna show you I learned something.
This is like a terrier, I'm a terrorist. I will terrorize, telling any territory I'm a glory enterprise. The microphone fanatic, cause I'm an Asiatic brother man from the motherland. Rap is automatic, you can suffer as a hurricane. Then I stop to alienate, make you an inmate, so you cannot retaliate. Mutilated or raped to penetrate you. No other crew can rescue my talents and balance. Audience is silent, MC stop biting
It's
on.
a what?
It's a demo. 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 It's a demo.
And your father are gone and you're alone with Roby the dog. But now you're frightened. You said if I come, you'd give me something. So don't start playing around, cause I'm serious, girl.
Spoonie G, y'all. 1-800-223-9797.
Yo, I'm gonna show you how much I used to listen to you, Red.
What's this? What's
It
going
took
on?
about 50 weeks for this record to break. Red, it didn't. Am I lying?
Yes, it did.
It took a long time.
It took a long
Yo,
time.
I swear, New York, this record took so long to break. But then when it busted in that club, oh my
man.
God. Yo, Red was
I had
playing
to
this.
lean on it.
Red was playing this club in the beginning at like 10 o'clock for weeks. Yo, and
I had to lean on it.
And I remember MCs was saying he's whack and everything, but the crazy thing is the girls were starting to dig it because he was saying, take off your clothes.
You don't understand. My man Spoonie is a legend.
And
He's
then-
a legend.
This record became prime time, ringing so strong. Crazy, man.
Aaron, you gonna give him some rights to the catalog or what?
Listen, see?
No, Aaron.
Aaron.
Fuchs. Yeah, you need to give him that catalog.
Aaron, listen, man. He got tight one time. I was tearing him down on the box. Big Ben, I see you.
And Freddie B just hit me up just too.
Now you called my house and you said come over. Your mother and your father are gone and you're alone with Rover, your dog. But now you're frightened. You said if I come, you'd give me something. So don't stop playing around, cause I'm serious. Girl, what did you call me for?
And I still remember all the ladies that was performing with my man Spoonie when this record came out. All the ladies from uptown. Oh man, Hot 97. Happy holidays, everybody.
Now you called my house and you said
What's going on? What y'all slipping Mickeys now? What's this about? Huh?
No, I'm not sure. I did something wrong. I'm sorry.
That's
New
okay,
York.
man, but you gotta understand one thing. Happy holidays. That's right, Hot 97. Still give us a call. 1-800-223-9797. We gonna give you some more, all right? And we make things flow, right? here for the hype.
1-800-223-9797.
Hey, listen here.
This Ultra too.
Hey, this is what we know for. This is what we do. We do this annually every year. That's right, going into Christmas time.
J1s, what's up, man?
Ah, man, there's a lot of people that been hitting me up, Flex. I'm trying to tell you. People was hitting up on the text also from here. They was asking for some special ed. Some people was shouting out other different DJs.
They need that?
Oh, they was going to a little bit of everything, man. But we
need
gonna
that?
get right back. No, they need a little bit of everything, man. Go ahead, make it happen. Hot 97. Let's do it.
I don't know if that was going in the quarter though.
What?
Was Special Ed going in the quarter?
Oh, yes, it was.
I got it made.
Yes.
But
Gotcha.
now you're frightened. You said if I come, you'd give me something. So don't stop playing around, cause I'm serious. Girl, what did you call me for? Cause I'm curious. And did you call me just to look in my face? Now I know I ain't come just to take up space. Because the night is right and the stars are bright. So come on, soul sister, why don't you do right and just take it off? I mean everything. Hurry up, pretty mama, so that we can swing. Now I don't.
Party people's in the place to be. Just for you, it's the Ultra Magnetic MC.
Say cheese.
Say what? Here, what the hell with childish rhyme? Cause the jam is just moving. The crowd is steady moving. To a supersonic pace with high the stupid bass. With some pep in the step. Cause the beat is so funky, the pace is what.
Nah, in the quarters.
This was nuts. I'm proud to say I got these guys signed to Next Plateau. That's right. I'm happy to say that. Oh man. Said G, Cool Keep, Mo Love, TR. A lot of people that I know, my man Cool Keep used to be down with the crew on 119th Street and Lennox Avenue. That's like the Shack crew. He said, let me go ahead and start picking up the microphone. That substitution is ridiculous.
Movie.
Party people's in the place to be. Just for you, it's the Ultra Magnetic MC.
New York City, I'm not playing nothing that Red Alert didn't break.
Say what? Here, what the hell with childish rhyme? Cause the jam is just moving. The crowd is steady moving. To a supersonic pace with high the stupid bass. With some pep in the step. Cause the
I can't take this no more. See, I can't take this no more.
Yo, what's up, Trav? What's up, Sam?
I see where he taking it. I see where he taking it.
You know what? I like this beat you brought over.
Toast about it.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take it into my ultra laboratory
Work
and
with
hook
it,
it up.
man. Hook
Yo,
it up.
bust this. Now that's funky.
I tell ya, boy.
We all have it. This is so funky that I'ma send Mo back to the turntables and you gonna find a record that mix it with those.
Get it now.
And we gonna do this. It's funky. I know you
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
like this, brother. Like,
You know that. I'm gonna some fresh stuff for you.
Definitely. Right now, you know what?
Give my money and all that.
Yeah, know that. Look, you know what? My brother. I'ma count you in, and you're gonna do this. You're gonna get loose. You know what I'm saying?
Alright.
Bust it. Ready? 2, 3, 4. 1, 2.
Let's go.
I bought a band. Samus on trombone. He's going hard back to back. No skip with it. Take off your coat. Meditate. Let the
This is late night Saturday night. Shout to the IOU dancers.
Yo, what's up, Cookie?
Yo, what up, Set J?
Yo, what's up, Trav? What's up,
Said
Sam?
Smooth,
Man,
I
come on,
see
man. He's
you.
ready to get busy.
Oh,
Yo,
chillin'.
Keith, you know what? I like this beat you brought over.
Yo, toast about it.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take it into my ultra laboratory
Work
and
with
hook
it,
it up.
man. Hook
Yo,
it up.
bust this. Now that's funky.
I tell ya, boy.
We all have it. This is so funky that I'ma send Mo back to the turntable.
Hard,
You
New
gonna find a
York.
record that mix it
Hard.
with those.
Get it now.
And we gonna do this. It's funky. I know you
Oh,
gonna like
yeah.
this, brother. Like, you know that.
This is late night radio right here. Get high music.
You know what? Give my money and all that.
Yeah, know that. Look, you know what? My brother. I'ma count you in, and you're gonna do this. You're gonna get loose. You know what I'm saying?
Alright.
Bust it. Ready?
Mr. C, Funk Flex, Red Alert. Let's go.
I bought a band. Samus on trombone. He's going hard back to back. No skip
What does
with
he
it.
mean Sam is on trombone?
Meditate. Let your brain
Crazy.
propel. Just think. As the beat excel to your eardrums. Core cells to numb and free.
This is where Dre got that California love. I know he did.
Of course we all know that.
I know he did.
We all know that.
Soprano is needed to get overheated and burn. While the techniques turn for the UL, the T's are A.
That's right, Swiss brought it back home.
Watch the record play, fight more. Spin it every day. You wake up and try to make up a rhyme that fear me. And let me tell you straight, I know you hear me. And when I'm on the stage, you just cheer me up another level.
Shout to Astoria Projects in Queens on this tune right here.
That's right, we're going to Astoria right now.
Oh, Funk just went from Astoria, Queens.
No!
Funk just went from Astoria, Queens
Oh!
to
Harlem.
Harlem.
A little of Harlem and a little of BK.
Yes.
That's right.
Because it was recorded in Coney Island, Brooklyn.
It was recorded in Coney Island, Brooklyn. That's right. In
Shout
the
out to Tony Dick. Shout out to Tony Dick. Pause.
Over Neptune Avenue. And also, you know, Africa is from Brooklyn too.
Exactly.
But from Harlem, Sammy B, Mike G, my family.
Browski, dog.
One is nephew, the other is cousin.
So Sam, talk to me about this.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Jungle Brothers, everybody.
Now here we have a theory that makes me kind of weary. It's a humorous matter that makes my eyes teary. Yeah, Browski. Yeah, that's what they call it. The thing's so big, you need a U-Haul or haul it. It's up on the top. This flamboyant thing cannot be stopped. Jim Browski. That's what.
Say
it
what?
is.
Hard.
Gotta get it into you. Jim Browski. Jim Browski.
Jim Browski.
Jim Browski.
I used to have fun, boy, ad-libbing that record. And you know what? When they put Word Up,
Yeah, that was our guy.
you know,
Teddy Riley.
Teddy Riley and Rex in Effect. They said, they used that Word Up about 37 times in Rex in Effect. That's right.
Without cutting a check.
Word Up, yeah.
So listen, New York City. What street was the Latin Quarter on, Red? So I gotta.
48th Street. No, was it 48? No, 47th Street.
What's there now?
Between,
Is it a Bill
it's
Beckett
a
building?
hotel.
It's a hotel.
Yeah.
Union Square. Is that a Herman's or something? It's a sporting goods.
Petco.
Petco.
Yeah, it's Petco.
That's what that is now.
Mm-hmm.
So listen, New York.
Yes.
I want to be specific, man. I went to that Union Square. No, I'm sorry. I didn't get in. Eric B. and Rakim were there the first night.
Nuts.
J.R. Vance, the ugly man,
Yeah.
did the commercial.
Woo!
This commercial, they were playing it every 4 minutes sending me to a place in New York City that I've never been to in my life. The commercial was so bananas and crazy. He was just talking over Eric B for president. I didn't know what to do with myself. I got there too late. People were getting beat up out front. Yo, they beat up the hot dog vendor dude.
Yeah. Hey, yo, check this out.
Crazy.
The first night, I had a guest list of about 50 people, and guess what? I didn't even give a guest list yet. And they say, yo, you got some people on the guest list, about 50 people. I said, I didn't even give you a guest list. I got 50 people out there. It was like that.
The street was, 14th Street, Union Square was spilt out. Now listen.
Nuts.
I'm a historian of that place. Like I told you, I don't want to tell no lies. I was a different type of biscuit when I was going down there. I want to tell you, I was a supreme biscuit. I used to meet Chuck. I used to drive him down there. I used to buy him McDonald's, everything. I said,
Across
please.
the street.
I used to beg, yo, please, Chuck, let's just go by the Latin Quarter, please. He used to say to me, yo, why you going on new sneakers? I want to go to Latin Quarter, man, please. Please.
Yo, what was your man that used to own that the sneaker shop up your way?
H&Y.
Yeah.
H&Y. Shout out to my man up at H&Y.
Yeah.
New York City, this was the biggest record in there, man, ever. No record rocked as hard as this record right here. Nothing rocked as hard as this record right here. Woo!
These
Yo, my man. He's another person. He come from around my way also. Well, he lived a lot of different places.
Biz?
Yeah, because his brother and I, we was in grade school together. We went to Colonial Projects, which is now called Ralph J. Rango, and we used to call Biz Little Marky, sucking his thumb.
New York City, I'm here to tell stories, because see, Red, he's modest. And Karis, when I love you, man, because I know I'm gonna tell this story and it's gonna be a little uncomfortable. And BDP, but I remember they performed one night, and they did. Yo, BDP turned that place upside down.
Nuts.
And Bismarck was in the crowd. And he told his DJ Cool V, he says, yo, Cool V, let him know who's gonna be here next week. And he threw on Nobody Beats the Biz and sent that place someplace.
It went somewhere else. It went somewhere else.
I was like, yo, and Biz started doing the Biz dance, but I'm gonna keep it so 100. When Biz did the Biz dance at Union Square the first time, he got booed.
Right, he definitely did.
At Union Square,
did, right.
He was with Shantae. I was there that night, New York.
And the JAC dancers are like, what's wrong with this guy?
Yo,
they was looking at him like, yo, he's all right.
By the time that Latin Quarter came around, that dance was so universal.
And IOU dancers took it to the next level.
Oh my God, New York City, this record was so bananas.
And when Biz performed, oh man, I had my man Kane open up for him in the beginning.
And the cuts on here so precise.
Shout out to TJ Swan, of course, too.
Oh yeah,
Shout out to TJ Swan.
Yeah, that's my man. Like that's my dude.
And in case you were in the bathroom at the Latin Quarter, they do it to the top for you to get situated.
My man Sneaky D in the Valleys, he just checked in. Yo, Flex. Freddie B say what's up. He said big up to Howard Avenue and also to his man Ernie D.
I see you, my brother.
Mr. Dynamite.
Yo, I don't care. I heard a lot of records. This guy throwing in the So Fresh before the guy busted the rhyme is real hip hop.
Mr. Dynamite.
So Fresh.
Yes, y'all are to the like
B-boy.
You can either dance or just have a seat and listen to the radio. What I am displaying, a different kind of rapper language that I am saying. To all the parties.
Yo, Kane fixed this guy up, man.
Oh, he sure did.
Yeah.
So well.
Dancing, my record make the music. We'll put you
Fixed him up.
your body and like
What's crazy too is we knew he didn't write it. We knew when it came out. It was like, he couldn't have.
Original B-I-Z, I mean, okay, I will the E and I aim to have fun and not be number one. And just here to let you know who's like running the place. And everywhere that I perform and do a show.
Marley Marl, man, so classic.
The Marley sound, that's what I said.
Nobody beat the bed. Nobody beats the bed. Nobody.
What's so crazy that I know he was my opposer, but I had to play what he made because his joints was so crazy at the time.
I'm gonna let you explain this bridge. Because, Red, I'm going to explain the South Bronx.
Okay, the bridge?
I'm going to let you explain that bridge.
Okay.
Because I was in that club in Union Square when you... Red, don't think... Fam, you couldn't move, fam. You couldn't move. I was New York. I was in that Union Square the first time that South Bronx ever dropped.
Hey, let me tell you. Here it is. So, you know, when that record came on, right here, this record we talking about.
Yes.
This record came on right here?
And Queens, don't get it offended, but you were dead in the water before this record came out.
Yeah. But when this record came out, I had to give, he went in hard. He went in heavy with it. It was sensational in Union Square. It was sensational.
In his defense, they never said that it didn't start in the South Bronx. They were just bigging up their team.
Yeah.
But we couldn't stand for it.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you the reason why Chris and rest in peace Scott went there, because there's a record that they came out before under a different name.
And Magic didn't play it.
And Magic
Success is the word.
Success is the word by 24/7. This is so bad that the label dropped the group.
Oh, not close. Was it Sleeping Bags?
Sleeping Bags. So what happened that they got joined along with two guys that had Rock Candy Records and they formed Boogie Down Production. And when they heard the bridge, they said, okay, it's time to do counterattack.
Shout to our Savior Luther. Me and Scott went to the same school.
And he was nice and ball too. And he used to DJ in Broadway International. A lot of people didn't know that either.
Heavy.
That's right. So here afterwards, they went ahead and record that record that only cost them $50. $50 to record that record. So when they came to with Celebrity Tuesdays, that's when it was the Awesome 2, and my man Raul was in there. That's when Scott... Raul, Big Raul.
You're opening up.
Yeah, and here it is. He passed the acetate over to Raul and said, yo, play this for me. That's what Scott did. He played it. They went crazy. He didn't even let it go to the end. He said, yo, I got to play this to the beginning. After he finished playing it, he passed it to me. He said, this is for you, Red.
And then... that Union Square was still open.
Yeah, Union Square is still open. And here it is. When I was playing the bridge on the radio, big up to everybody, cold chilling. I was playing your joints. But when it came to that bridge part of to the bridge, I was slamming South Bronx, South Bronx.
And Red made us wait for that record too, because he was playing it in the club and not playing it on the radio. Okay, I just want to let you know how it went down. Listen, I was in that Union Square checking my coat, New York. And Red had that bridge going, and it was sending to play someplace, and he said, nah, that's good. But these are for my people uptown, and when that South Bronx dropped, I was like, there is a God out here. There is a God out here. Yo, they didn't forget us.
Grandmaster Flash just hit me up.
Because that bridge record almost put us to sleep.
Oh, my God. Big up to the Grandmaster Flash. He just sent me on the text. But yo, big up to everybody that's all down with the Juice Crew. That's right. Every single individual did their thing on the...
Hard. This is hard.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got MC Shan and Molly.
The noise in the background was so mysterious and crazy.
Recorded on the 8-track. Recorded on 8-track at Marley Cribs in Queensbridge Project. Crazy.
You can't get no more hood than that.
You love to hear the story again and again of how it all got started way back when. The monument is right in your face. Sit and listen for a while to the name of the place. The bridge.
South Bronx, South Bronx, South Bronx, Blastmaster KRS-One.
This was the Fordham Road anthem, man.
Yo, what up, D Night?
Heavy
Yo,
up
what's up,
there.
Scotland Rock?
We was back.
I want to tell you a little something about us. We're the Boogie Down
Because we were in trouble, Red.
The fact that no one outside there knew what time it was.
Shan almost erased us.
Come from South Bronx, the South Bronx.
Yo, Red, what about when they were supposed to battle at USA? Do you remember that?
They were supposed to do that, but somebody, no, they just did that good old moonwalk and slide on back. Real heavy.
South Bronx.
Real heavy.
South Bronx. South Bronx.
Oh, man.
South Bronx. South Bronx.
Listen to the disrespect.
Many people tell me this style is terrific. It is kind of different.
But let's get specific.
KRS-One specialized in music. I only use this type of style when I choose it. Party people.
That was Key. Said I only use this type of style when I choose it.
When I choose it. Party people in the place.
Crazy.
KRS-One attack. You got dropped off MCA cause the rhymes you wrote was whack. So you think that hip-hop had its start out in Queensbridge?
Not that I know of.
If you pop that junk up in the Bronx, you
Where did it start from, everybody?
South Bronx.
How live was the radio when this record was out, Red?
The South Bronx. South Bronx.
Crazy.
South Bronx. South Bronx. South Bronx.
I came with Scotland Rock to express one thing. I am a teacher and others are kings. If that's a title they earn, well, it's well deserved. But without a crown, see, I still burn. You settle for a pebble, not a stone like a rebel. KRS-One is the holder of a boulder. Money folder. You want a fresh style? Let me show you. Now way back in the days when hip-hop began, with Coca La Rock, Kool Herc, and then bam, Beach Boys ran to the latest jam. But when it got shot up, they went home and said, damn, it's got to be a better way to hear our music every day. People's getting blown away, but coming outside anyway. They tried to get outside and see the park. Power from a street light made the place dark. But yo, they didn't care.
So many key shouts in here.
You understand what I'm talking about. Remember, Bronx River, rolling thick with cool DJ Red Alert and Chuck Chill Out on the mix. When Africa Islam was rocking the jams, and on the other side of town was a
kid named Flash.
Patterson and Millbrook Projects.
Casanova all over, beating everybody up.
The Nine Lives crew,
Stick up.
the Cypress Boys, the real rock steady taking out the toys. As odd as it looked, as Wallace it seemed, I didn't hear a peep from a place called Queens. It was 76 to 1980. The dreads in Brooklyn was crazy.
No doubt.
You couldn't bring out your set with no hip hop because the pistols would go.
And this right here finished it off. Just finished it.
And the reason they finished off because he came back with that record which is called Kill That Noise. So I remember they told me to come to Power Play and they said they want you to do this one part. And you know what that part is. They said just do that one part. I did it one take, one time. And they said that's it. That's it.
The bridge is
That's
over.
all we
The
need.
bridge is over. Bye-bye. The bridge is over. The bridge is over. Hey, hey, hey. The bridge is over. The bridge is over. Bye-bye. The bridge is over. The bridge is over. You see me coming in the dance with the flipper sensei. Down with the sound called BDP. If you want to join the crew, well, you must see me. You can't sound like Shan or the one Marley. Because Shan and Marley Marlin, my rhyming like the gay. Picking up the mic, man, them don't know what to say. Saying hip-hop started out in Queensbridge. Saying lines like that, man, you know them can't live. So tell them again, me come to tell them again. Go on. Tell them again, me come to tell them again. Tell them again, me come to tell them again. Go on.
What was it,
Tell
Red?
them
What
again, me
was
come
it?
to tell them. Manhattan keeps on making it, Brooklyn keeps on taking it, Bronx keeps creating it, and Queens keeps on faking it. Hey, all your sucker MC, won't you please come out to play? Here's an example of KRS-One. Boom. Here's an example of KRS-One.
I'm sorry, I don't want to take people from the Latin Quarter. I don't want to take them from there.
Yes, the rhythm's a rebel. Without a pause, I'm lowering my level. The hard rhymer, where you never been, I'm in. You want styling? You know it's time again. D, the enemy, telling you to hear it.
Yo, Red.
The music, it's time to play the...
P was in,
No, you gotta,
P was in trouble before this.
No. You gotta understand. When that record came on in Union Square, no, not Union Square, in Latin Quarters, it went up 200%. It went up not 100, 200%. The guy named Supreme, I don't know, he from Brooklyn, the one with the gold tooth.
Yes.
Yeah, he used to always come in, you know me, say, yo, Red, man, can you play that Rebel Out of Pause? I say, why? Play that Rebel Out of Pause. I say, no, you're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. I know they was getting ready to do it. There was certain set-off records, and that was one of them. And Supreme kept on there and say, yo, Red, man, when you play? I say, my man, go back downstairs.
Relax, take it easy.
Take it easy.
Brothers and sisters!
This was heat. Heat.
Brothers and sisters! I don't know what this world is coming to.
Yes, the rhythm's a rebel. Without a pause, I'm lowering my level. The hard rhymer, where you never been, I'm in. You want styling? You know it's time again. D, the enemy, telling you to hear it. They praise the music, just have to play the lyrics. Some say no to the album, the show. Bum rush the sound. I made a year ago. I guess you know. You guess I'm just a radical. Not on sabbatical. Yes, to make it critical. The only part of your body should be partying too. Pass the power on the
hard New York.
Hey, yo, Chuck, man, I don't understand this, man. Yo, you got this money out, man. You're losing them.
Radio suckers never play me. All the mix. They just okay me now, known and grown. When they're clocking my zone, there's no sneaking and taking everything that a brother owns.
Hard.
Big up to Toya Beasley. Let me tell you something, Flex.
Yes, sir.
Time when I was doing my thing, Toya Beasley was the music director of 98.7 Kiss FM.
I remember.
Right along, you know, she was down also with my man Tony Gray, after that Vinnie Brown.
Heavy.
And they allowed me to go ahead and do what I do. And they gave me the green light.
The green was important.
The green light. They gave me the extra day when your man went to the other side of town. I did the Friday, 9 to 12, and they let me extend from 7 to 12 on the Saturday called the Saturday Night House Party.
Heat.
And guess what?
Heat.
The rest remains.
In New York, man, if you ever had a red alert tape, man, you hit me on Twitter right now, man. I got time for one more.
What you slipping?
This record is just important to me, man.
How important? How important is this record?
Yo, New York City, this record for me and a lot of this represented a time in my life where, it changed my life.
Big up to my man Scoop Lover. He hit me up saying he was down with the IUU dancers. We know that, Scoop.
Scoop, what up, man?
And Bugsy also hit me up saying we doing our thing.
Bugsy, what up?
That's right.
Shout to Jeff Fox. That top 88 was mean.
Oh, man, that's my man right there.
Shout to Wendy Williams. That top 88 was mean.
Real mean with her. Woo! It all started right there for her.
Shout to Sammy B, what it is.
Sweet Daddy.
Shout to Kevy Kev that hit me on Twitter. Shout to Chili Q. Marley, what's up? Rest in peace to Mr. Magic.
Hank Love DNA.
Yeah, of course. Awesome too.
Jerry Bloodrock.
Jerry Bloodrock, what it is.
World famous Supreme Team.
Yo, so gorilla.
Rest in peace to Frankie Crocker, man.
Of course.
Oh, yeah, Chief Rocker.
New York City, this Eric B for president. I'ma play it till I pass out, until I ain't here no more. It was a Friday night, and I remember Chuck played it, and in the minute it went off, I turned to Marley, because I'm like, he's got to play it.
It was a must.
You would flip back and forth, say, yo, that record, it's gonna come on again. I know it is.
That time of 86, the two individuals that helped change the lyrical rap game.
Yes.
That was Rakim and KRS-One.
Yes.
They changed the lyrical rap game so crazy.
This Eric B for president was while the WAP dance was in progress.
Woo, big up to B Fats, matter of fact. Woo.
And that B Fats WAP was out, but when this dropped, that B Fats was a rap for a minute.
And not only that, the record you're about to play, I remember that record lasted almost 2 years straight.
Yo.
Almost 2 years straight.
Red, you was mashing this to the top so strong, man, for no reason. And then it was for no reason whatsoever. New York City, please, I'm gonna play this for you. I need you to listen to me, man. I used to start getting ready at about 7 o'clock.
Wow.
I used to be at the car wash at like 8:15. It was a movement. My sneakers was always fresh on Friday, no matter what. White on whites.
You must have kept a toothbrush on the back pocket.
At all times. I used to have the park lights on, not the headlights, but the park lights. We would always be 2 deep. I was never 3 or 4 deep because it never looked cool. It was just me and whoever was in the passenger. I always had a whip. You hit the McDonald's drive-thru at about 8:45.
Oh, man. And then?
Wait, what is it that used to come on a cappella before y'all used to tear it down? It was... There used to be, Bob Slade used to give this little bit of like an announcement. It was just like whatever he had going on.
Bob Slade.
And it was a cappella and it echoed. And New York City, if you was on Fordham Road or Bronx River or anywhere, it came the same out of every car. Every car. Every car. Every car was playing Bob Slade a cappella.
Yeah, Bob Slade, yo, I still respect that man to this day.
Because we all knew what was coming next.
One thing behind another.
And it would just be a movie.
Well, clap your hands to what he's doing.
You changed the way you sat in the car. You changed the way you wore your hat. Everything changed from 9 to 12. Crazy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Eric B for president. Hot 97.
I came in the door, I said it before, I never let.
And back then, nobody said Rakim's name because we didn't know if he was gonna have another record.
I can't hold it back, I'm looking
so no one cared what his name was.
Clear my the rhyme will be kicking in till I hit my last note. My mind remains to find all kind of ideas. Self-esteem makes it seem like a thought took years to build, but still say a rhyme after the next one. Prepared, never scared, I'll just press one. And you know that I'm the solo whiz, so Eric B, make a clap to this.
Big up to my man Easy Mo B. Easy Mo B just checked in.
Easy Mo, what's up, my brother? Let me see you do the WAP, New York.
I don't bug out of chill or be acting ill.
No tricks in 86.
It's time to build. Eric B easy on the cut, no mistakes allowed. Cause to me, MC means move the crowd. I made it easy to dance to this. But can you detect what's coming next from the flex of the wrist? Say indeed, then I'll proceed. Cause my man made a mix. If he bleed, he won't need no band-aid to fix his fingertips. So I'm rhyming too, there's no rhymes.
Shout out to Marley Marsh, MC Shan.
Bleed to death, but he's kicking it. Cause it ain't no half-stepping. The party is live, the rhyme.
Let's see, was it Eric B, the security guard up at BLS?
The volcano.
Eric B was the security guard up there, right?
Oh, rhyme, cause I'm better than the rest of them. Eric B is on the cut, and my name is Rakim.
Fly Tie, what up?
Go get a girl and get soft and warm.
Nice.
Don't get excited, you've been invited to a quiet storm. But now it's out of hand, cause you told me you hate me. And then you asked, what have I done lately? First you said, all you want is
love and affection.
Let me be your angel and I'll be your protection. Take you out, buy you all kinds of things. I must have got you too hot and burnt off your wings. You call the attitude, you need food to eat up. I'm scheming like I'm dreaming on the couch with my feet up. You scream, I'm lazy.
You must be crazy.
Thought I was a donut, you tried to.
What did he mean by that?
You scream, I'm lazy. You must be crazy.
Thought I was a donut and tried to glaze me.
They thought he was a biscuit, so they tried to get at him.
Yo, that
but
was
he turned it around in a different term.
Put 7 MCs in a line. Yo, normally in New York we do a 5-hour stint. But I think next year it'll fall on a Saturday, Red, so we'll be back where we need to be.
Oh, I have no problem with that. And you know what? I'm poo-poo juiceless tonight.
Oh, you didn't want to do it
I didn't
tonight.
have no sip.
You wanted to keep it easy.
So I'm going to have to go and make up for lost cause when I leave from here. I'm going to have to go and find something.
New York City. What is that time called, man? Is that the golden era?
That is the golden era. The 80s is the golden era.
You know,
yeah.
There's, to me, New York, there's some key moments. Of course, the early 80s. 85, 86 was a key. 87, those 3 years. I believe 90, 91 was another movement.
Yes, it was.
It wasn't as strong as 85, 86, but it was a strong movement. And I gotta say, Diddy's movement was...
He turned around.
94, 95.
Yeah, around that time.
And you know what?
94.
There's going to be people who, let me tell you something, New York City. The music business is full of people sometimes that want to acknowledge moments. And because there's a lot of people still in the business that Diddy turned their lights off in 94, 95, they don't want to acknowledge his movement. 94, 95 was a key movement of a new era ushering in and an energy in this city. You know, that bad boy movement, man. That was the invention of a live street team, them going into the clubs, the records, and the energy, the champagne. You know, people like to label it as the time of the shiny suits. The shiny suits was a very small piece of it, man.
But I'm going to put it even before that. I'm going to put it like this, Flex. I remember the point that when Chuck and I, along with Marley, we started playing hip-hop on the radio. They was laughing at us. They was disrespecting us. They was like stepping on us.
Yeah, you could.
You know, they didn't believe in what we was doing. What's that junk? What's that noise? What you doing? Get that out of here. You know, so we was getting clowned real crazy during the time when we was on, especially because we was on the major radio coming from 105.9.
Brad, man, those were big moments. And you know what, man? I'm gonna tell you something. What I enjoyed about you the most, and those times, and I'm never gonna forget those times, man. New York, Red, you was coming from a time when you was part of the Zulu Nation, and that was an era, that was a movement, and you was part of that next wave. But you were a key transition because the respect that you had come from the Zulu Nation, and you stepping on them new records made it like it was acceptable, and that was key back then. And you know, New York, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you every time. I used to fill in for when Red Alert used to go out of town. What was the thing called? It was
where the conventions?
Red Alert used to go to the conventions,
right?
And I remember Red said to me one day, he says, "No, I'm thinking about letting you fill in when I go to town." Red, I went home. I couldn't sleep that night, just so you understand where I was at. And I remember getting a chance to light up that radio. I enjoyed it so much.
Good.
And I'm going to tell you, New York, you know, when I was on Kiss FM, you know, BLS fired me, no disrespect. I don't remember. It was Mike Love. Mike Love fired me. And I got a job filling in for Red Alert. And then when I was filling in for Red Alert, Hot 97 heard me filling in. And they asked me to come bring a tape. And I got a job here. And that's how that all transpired. So I'm going to always tell that story because I'm not afraid to say where I came from. And I appreciate it, Red, because, you know, Red, I was on the other side of the fence. And I'm going to tell you every time we do this.
I hear you.
You know, and when, you know, I didn't run in Red's crew, New York. You know, crews ran differently. And I ran in a different set, in a different place. And for Red to extend his hand to me was important, and it meant a lot to me. And it changed my life.
And at the time, Hot 97 was a different format, and he told me he was coming over to Hot 97, and I said, well, listen here, whatever you do, you have my blessings.
And Vinnie Brown said I'd never make it over here. I just want to let that be known. I mean, I love him. I love him. I'm just saying that's what it was. So, Red, man, we enjoy when you come up here. We enjoy when you share
I enjoy
memories.
doing it every year.
This is what we're going to do. My man Bobby Trends is here. He's going to ride out for 2 hours heavy. You know what it is. And if you missed what we was doing, it's going to be on my blog and flexwetrust.com right after this. You know what it is.